I'm Rodney,
I'm Cyndi.
and we are sailing
Into
into Nirvana. And this is a special podcast for you. This is live from SV Zanadu,
Right.
right? And we just want to talk about our lifestyle updated for 2026. And we're talking about who we are and how we started. And basically, I'm a 59-year-old sailor, and I stopped waiting for the right time. I put everything in storage, and I just got the boat in 2020 and took a year to refit the boat so we could get it sail ready. Okay. And basically, it's been 9 years since I've envisioned this, but I had to get healthier. I've lost 100 pounds. I had to get healthier. I had to make those changes. So I thought just ditch the conventional lifestyle,
Yeah.
live the dream, get the boat, start doing the things. But I changed my diet and I started eating a lot healthier and I've dropped 100 pounds. And this is kind of a transformation area of my life. That's a little bit about my background and what drove me back to the water.
Mm-hmm.
And my first mate, Cyndi, come on board, and she's making sure that this adventure stays adventurous. Okay, so what's your take on that?
My take on that is just I like to come into the day. Well, I like to wake up and I'm like, what does the day hold for me? And how can I make today the best day I can? And what does that mean for you and I? And you do the same thing.
Right.
You do the same thing for us. We
Yeah.
think very much that way. And so I want to make sure the boat's ready. All the tasks that has to be done. He does a lot, and I have to be there to help him do that. And then I have to know he's over here doing this thing, and I have to know I need to be doing this thing and getting this ready, filling the water, and all the other minor things that have to be done to make sure the boat's running good, so that we can take you out to sail. And then when we're out to sail, he's the one talking to the. You're the one talking to the guests that we have, and you're
Right.
taking us where we have to go, and he knows the wind and he knows the path, and I'm the one who's making sure no one falls off the boat, and everyone's fine, and everyone has what they need,
right.
and I'm the entertainer.
Yeah, it's a
You know,
collaboration.
It really is.
Right. So
It really
I
is.
can't do this without a first mate. I need a beautiful first mate.
Thank you.
Okay. And I don't need one that is going to be trying to be the captain.
No.
Right?
I don't know sailing, so
I need one that trusts me to make decisions, make calls, and to carry out the plans we've made.
yeah.
And I think that that's who we are. When Cyndi came aboard, it was very transformational as well, because she came aboard and was ready to go and to be the first mate in gung ho and my life partner. And I'm just like, let's get the channel started right now.
Well,
Okay.
I don't know sailing like you know sailing. I never knew sailing until I met you. And so when we're on the water, I don't question anything that you say. Now, when we're here in the marina,
Mm-hmm.
we do collaborate on ideas and we do collaborate on things because we're in a very safe, structured place but if we're on the water, I don't question anything. You say go, I go.
Yeah, and what she means by that is that if there's a loose line or a thing
Right.
or something, and I'm like, okay, we got to do this, she's right there. I'm very lucky to have her. She's right there to fix that, to correct that.
Yeah.
And that's, what more could you ask for in a first mate? That's kind of a little bit about who we are.
Tell them about your roots.
Okay.
What makes you love sailing so much? So you did not just get up and go, I have a Catalina. So what happened? How did you get to that spot?
Right, because this is an updated 2026 version
Yes.
for our new viewers who may have just joined us. They don't know about us, right? I grew up on Grapevine Lake. I think I was conceived on Grapevine Lake. Maybe my first memory was in a diaper digging with a stick in the water up to my waist. My parents were weekend on the lake, and they had a 24-foot trailer sailboat. They loaded us up in the camper and they took us out to the lake and we pitched tents and they had the camper and we went on sailboats and motorboats and all this stuff.
Back in the day.
When was this? I'm talking since I'm 59.
Late 70s?
Yeah.
Late
70s.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, late 70s, really just loving all of that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'd go out on the sailboat on my dad's boat. Okay, we'd look up at the stars at the mast. We'd look up at the moonlight. We would do all this thing like that. And basically, I fell in love with that. I thought it was part of me as a kid. So I could say that it's in my blood. Isn't that what you call it? It's in my blood. Okay.
Yeah.
My grandparents used to water ski behind the boat. And so I'm like, oh, hey, if my grandparents can do this. So I learned to do this. They were all avid boaters. And I grew up on the water. So my roots, right? Well, life gets in the way sometimes. You grow up, you graduate, you have a family, you do things, and those things go away. And so this is where I'm at now. But back then, it wasn't always good, like I just said. So a lot of these experiences were like on the storm of Lake Texoma, where we
Not
almost
me,
saw
this guy. Yeah, this guy.
another one where we got caught in a storm and blew up on an island, and we cranked up the keel, and then the boat was sideways. We literally had to get anchors and ditch them out in the water and drag the boat off back into the water after 3 and 4 hours after the storm was over. So this is my dad and his friends. So that we're just gonna hang out in the boat while it's thunderstorming and lightning sideways while the waves are running up on an island. I'm a kid. So anyway, it wasn't all gravy.
No, but he learned what he didn't want his experience now to be. He doesn't want to be that person that's out chasing that adrenaline.
Yeah, my dad was a sailor racer.
They were
and
young.
his buddy.
He was young. Your dad was young when.
I had a chance to know. I know my dad when he was 25 years old and crazy. So he was out doing all this, and basically, it's in my blood. Life gets in the way sometimes.
We all find our way back to those things that we really enjoy when we're children.
Right.
Well, we try to. I think all of us our age really try to find that.
So that's where the experiences come from, both good experiences and bad experiences.
Yes.
But taught me great lessons. And now I can go out, and when I do a sail plan for taking friends around local and we go sailing, I'm looking out. I want the best cruise adventure of all time. Because I know what bad is.
I know you do.
Anyway, that's kind of like my roots, some horror stories and some good right there. When Cyndi and I met, I realized we both wanted the same thing. And as I said before, it was kind of a collaborative adventure.
Yes.
She wanted travel and life and things, collaborative.
I like adventure.
Right.
I like nature. I like water.
Yeah, if you've seen any of the, if you're new to the channel, welcome in, and we're trying to give our life story and live podcast. Basically, we wanted the same thing, and we started a tough few months in that first year. We had to get through learning who each other was. We had to get through learning, like she had to learn like what this lifestyle is about.
I had a lot to learn here.
So we started tough. That was kind of hard. That was a tongue twister. We started tough. No, I got to restate that. We started with a few tough months.
We did.
Right? But floods. We had floods at the marina. If you've seen that video, go back. If you haven't, go back and look at it. We had to row out to the island called the boat dock.
We had to row our boat to our boat.
But we became a working crew.
I learned a lot that spring. I actually did. We were on our own island, honestly.
Yeah, it was called Lake Paradise Island. That was
about a month. For about a month, there was water surrounding here, and so you just couldn't get here unless you had a raft of some sort to get here. It was pretty cool. It was really cool to think about. If I was in the middle of the ocean, this is like a small, tiny little. If I was out on the ocean and there was nobody around, how would I have my food? What would I have to think? I would have to think ahead.
Well, you'd have to have a big.
Right. I would have to think ahead about provisions.
You'd have to have a big dinghy that could hold a lot of provisions and a lot of gas to get to the boat.
Right. But what I'm saying is, it gave you a little sneak peek of what it would look like if you were out on your own. What do you need to prepare? Yeah. Now, it would be just we could get back in and we could drive down there. I mean, drive. We got
in the dinghy.
We could get back down.
We loaded up our provisions.
We did.
We paddled out to the dock.
It was a good
set
lesson.
It up, and
it was a good lesson for somebody.
And I just met her. And she was, let's
I'm like,
do
let's
this.
go.
And I'm like, hell yeah. All right.
It was a fun experience. I learned a lot in that experience.
So that first year, yeah, was a lot of stuff. But so you know what, we have like three different really things going on our channel. We have the dreamers, we have the fixers, we have those that are interested in the cooking. People who watch for the lifestyle. We've got people who watch for the technical, like I do the upgrades, and we have people that watch for the cooking stuff.
Yeah.
Right. And so you talk to the dream. Now she's a little more poetic than I am.
I'm not so sure about that.
You talk to the dreamer audience a lot. What do they always ask about our lifestyle?
A lot of times they're the ones who are, I would love to do what you do. Y'all are so lucky. I don't know how you do what you do. We love watching your life. We have this that people tell us all the time, and it's so fun to hear. But the questions we get, honestly, are you can all do the same thing that we do, right?
Well, what are you saying? They basically say, I love the lifestyle.
Yeah.
We
want to be a part of that.
We want to be a part
of that with you.
Right. And I'm like, you can do this too.
So everyone has their own dream of what they want their life to look like. And it could be completely different from ours. It doesn't have to be ours. They look at our lifestyle and they look at how we are as a couple, and they look how we live our life, and it's very free, and it's very we just sort of flow, and we're very creative people, I think.
Right.
And that's because
that's what I mean by the dreamer lifestyle. It's those who are attracted to this. Right. I mean, it's harder than you think.
You have to
work at it. But everyone sees on YouTube is they see the edited full video. Sure. And it looks kind of dreamy, like we were doing. Yeah. But we're trying to put more realism, like today, where we're having problems. Anyway, so basically, but that's, and maybe new viewers are the same way. Maybe they see that, how do we do that dream? They might be thinking, how am I going to do this? I'm saying it's very easy. Maybe they are not able financially to afford this project like I have. That's why I'm bringing them on board and we're going sailing.
Oh, so we love to share this.
But maybe new viewers come in and from other parts of the country.
We can't do that with.
They may need to see what we're doing. We're special because we're on the lake, and a lot of sailing channels are on the bays and the islands and stuff like that. And I'm here to say that you can do it here on the lake. It's a little different. It's a different thing. And I just call this our little practice lake for when we go on the ocean. So stay tuned for that episode. But so anyway, the tech guys. Okay, so we are members of Catalina 30 sailing groups. We have a lot of sailing community member groups that are doing all kinds of boat project and tech tips and upgrades. And
let's get a little nerdy. Let's get nerdy with him real quick for a second. Why the Catalina? Why Catalina 30? There's a zillion different types of sailboats and catamarans and those. Why the Catalina 30?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why.
I'm curious.
Because I've researched them all. I have two reasons to answer that question. Okay. One is back when I told you in the day, right? I'm out. We had a jamboree and there was 100 sailboats out. Everybody did this back then. We had the 24-foot boat, the swing keel trailer boat, and we would go sailing, and I would go out and say, well, what is this boat out here? Why are they anchored out here? Well, because my dad said, because these are the Catalina 30s, the 34s, the 40s, and bigger, and the Hunters. There's some other popular production boats that were popular back then. We got a tour on one.
Oh,
and he pulled us up. Yeah, and we came in the Galley.
I have new stories.
And then we came into the salon and all that. And I just was like, wow, my dad's boat is crummy.
No.
It's so small, and he doesn't have a galley, and we're cooking.
But he taught you so much.
We're eating sandwiches. I'm like,
he taught you so much on that. He taught him a lot on that one. Now he just created a dreamer. He created a dreamer.
So then the Catalina 30, a 30-foot and above, actually a yacht is a yacht. See, a yacht was a sailing vessel before motors. A yacht was a 30 to 40-foot sailboat that was really fast and could outrun the galleons and the pirate ships and intercept them. And they were part of the naval crew.
I didn't know that.
Yep. So anyway, look that up. But so this is a 1983 tall rig, very sturdy, spacious. We've got a 12-foot across beam, so more beam for the buck. So go look at any other boat, it's not going to have this big salon and galley with a head and a large cockpit and have this wide of beam with that wine glass design.
Yeah.
Very stable in the water. The other boats are not going to have it like that. They might have a somewhat of a galley, but not this U-shaped awesome galley. So that was a deal breaker. If I look at a sailboat and why the Catalina 30? Because it has the best galley. If I look at another boat and the galley looks like an L, nope.
And those that know him know he's all about the galley because he loves to cook.
Yeah, this has a diesel engine in it.
Yes.
I literally put $25 to $50 of diesel in a year.
Well,
and then we sail just to get me out to sail. So yeah, okay. Moving on, we've got whole nother segment of people who watch the stuff. We went through the analytics on it, and we have a whole nother set
a new
of
subset
viewers
showing up. And
we're one of the only, especially on the lake, that do this way, and it's because of that.
And we weren't expecting that. That's actually something that just sort of popped up over the last couple of years of us doing this, that people really like the cooking part of it. So we have a new announcement. We've had so much interest in the way he cooks food in the galley in such a small space, and it looks like you're in a 5-star restaurant, and it tastes like you're in a 5-star restaurant. We have several people who have experienced that and have great positive things to say about that. And we've actually had some people say, hey, you need to share this. So we have some big news. There is now Pirate Rodney's YouTube channel.
That's right. I've officially launched the Pirate Rodney cooking
channel.
Recipe
Strictly
channel.
Just what he makes in the galley and recipes.
It's all about galley cooking.
How can you do it? You can do this at home. If he can do this here, you can do exactly the same thing in your home, in your kitchen for your family.
That's what it's for. All these recipes that we have had a lot of feedback on and everything that I do here on the boat.
Yes.
So I'm putting it into its own channel called Pirate Rodney.
It's good.
It's all about galley cooking. It's low-carb, keto, carnivore recipes, because that's what it took for me to lose the 100 pounds.
He is very passionate about showing people how to cook in a way that will give you all the minerals and everything that you need. Vitamins, minerals, the macronutrients, the micronutrients, everything that you're going to need to grow and make your body healthy from the inside out. And he knows how to do that, and he puts it in this food, and he does it in a way that is delicious. You will not realize, you won't miss eating the pizza, because he's making pizza crust
with a different,
in a way that you can eat it.
No dough recipe.
You can eat it, and it's healthy for you, and not just healthy as in, oh, I'm eating gluten-free. Just throw that away. He's making it in a way to where it's sustainable, and you can do this for your lifetime.
Yeah, it's
and
not
get
about.
What you need,
it's not
and
about.
Get what you need to.
Right. It's not about deprivation.
No.
It's about eating like a pirate king. Right. And so it's Pirate Rodney's.
And we've had a lot of feedback, and so we did listen to that, and we're excited to share that with everybody. And so check it out.
Pirate Rodney.
Pirate Rodney
on YouTube.
Right. And you'll get to see
Look him up. He's got some good recipes.
You'll get to see him cook, and you'll get to see what he does.
Right. We're talking about catch and cook. We're talking about low-carb breads and desserts. We're talking about shrimp and steak and fresh caught, filleted right on the boat fish. That's one of the catch and cook. That's one of the main things that I think a lot of viewers like. We've had
a lot of feedback about it.
A lot of feedback.
Which was surprising,
right?
Honestly.
And then we
weren't expecting that.
Right, and I also get to put, here's the utensils and the products I use on the boat for a small, tiny space. Galley cooking.
You'll have the links to buy them on Amazon, so you can use the same thing he uses. They work great in this tiny space, and they're fabulous.
Yeah, I've tried them out. I know what I'm talking about. But so that's a brand new for 2026. Check it out if you like the cooking aspect of our channel. But.
So what else?
What else?
What else?
What's new on the horizon?
Yeah, what are we doing for 2026?
More travel.
Other than what we're doing.
More travel.
More travel.
More how-to videos. more
Yeah.
taking Xanadu into the cove out there or another cove.
Yeah.
Later this season, maybe hitting some coastal stuff. We don't know, but we do know we're pushing our boundaries.
Yeah.
We're going to push the boundaries. That's what's new. I've got to do some more work here. We've got more cleaning to do. I've got work outside. So for the tech guys, I've got a lot for you. I've got to work on some mechanical stuff, right?
Yes.
And then for the lifestyle, we're going to go to the cove. We're going to do more fishing. We're going to do maybe some striper trolling while we're sailing.
Wait.
All that we're set up. We got the rods now.
The biggest fish
Yeah.
I've ever caught was a striper,
Yep.
and let me tell you, it was trolling, and I cannot wait until we get out there and see what Lewisville has for that.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, I hear there's some good ones, but we're going to find out. That's going to be a new adventure.
We'll figure it out.
Right. That right there is new food for the Galley. Now I integrate. Sometimes I have the Galley and the food integrated into one of our weekend adventures.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But now I'll kind of just give you the cliff notes, so it doesn't turn into the full recipe video like I've done in the past. That's where you can go to Pirate Rodney on YouTube and look at his recipes, and that will be the cut of that video where you can see the full recipe, and I don't have to drag the dreamer or the tech guy through the recipe portion of it.
Right.
So that I thought that was a good move to pivot and separate that so I could focus on the cooking and make a real in-depth cooking, and then just keep it light and continue to do it here, but not make it so where it takes up, like 30 minutes of the video.
Right.
Right.
So we do have a question.
Yes.
Do you have an upcoming trip?
Yes. So Cyndi doesn't know this, and thank you for the question. So we have a 3-year anniversary coming up, right? And I'm thinking maybe a Seabrook trip.
Okay.
We've had a lot going on this first quarter.
First quarters of
Getting into the
every
second
year
quarter.
is not fun.
Right.
But
So yeah, but thanks for asking. Yeah, we do, and maybe when the sailing season dies down, we can go further south and get into some more coastal adventures.
so we love our trips to Florida, and obviously we have to plan that well in
Fund
advance.
those trips.
We do, and we have to plan it well in advance. But we love the Florida area,
Yeah.
and the things that we've been to Key West. We've been all up and down both sides of the coast now to see it, and I don't think we've had anything that we've seen that we didn't love.
Right.
I grew up not grew up, but my adult life raising my children went to the Texas coast, more in Padre area, and so he's bringing me more toward Kemah, Galveston area. So we're learning. I'm learning a lot more about that. But I did not know.
We can get our fix for the sea life. We can get it about 6 hours away.
I didn't know he was planning that. But I was actually thinking for my birthday in July. I was like, where can I take us? Because I want to go on a trip somewhere. So we may have a few mini trips.
We're gonna
tiny
now
trips.
that it's out of the bag. We're gonna discuss this more.
Yeah, we might have
yes, there is more.
A few tiny trips there, and we can show.
And it will have water involved. You can bet that.
Yeah.
But so I guess basically we went through all of it. We're going to try to package this. Thank you for sticking with us and through all the mishaps and the technical difficulties in the storm. We're going to try to condense this down and repost it in a better formatted for the new viewers to learn who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, we want to close and say, if you love the sailing adventure, right, make sure you're subscribed here to Sailing into Nirvana. We are real people doing real life sailing, and we're affordable. We're doing it on a budget, and we're basically saying right there, you can do this too. Anybody could do this. I don't have that much tied up. I don't have a massive catamaran, and we're here, and I'm optimistic. But go ahead with your question.
Have you ever done the intercoastal?
Yes, I did the intercoastal one time on a trawler boat that was about a 40-foot Lone Star, right? And it wasn't here in the south. It was up north in going from Baltimore down to Chesapeake. Down to St. Michael's, the intercoastal. And you get to see so much. And then you pull up to this marina with these $5 million huge 100-foot yacht.
Yeah.
And it was so beautiful. And that's the draw. That's the dream, right? If I had $10,000 to shrink wrap this boat, put it on a trailer and haul it down and put it in the water, I would.
I'm not going north though.
No, I'm a southern boy when it comes. I want to get down in Florida, Carolinas, all that. But so basically, why would I do that when I could just go get another boat over there? We could have a boat over there.
Apartments everywhere.
Right. Moving on up. So starting here right now, and it's very affordable. I hope you guys see this. We're trying to be raw and real and just show you it's very affordable. And you start here, you learn the ropes, you learn the lines, right?
I'm learning.
And yeah. So do we have any more questions before we close out?
Let's see.
Okay, yes. Cheers. I need 2 boats. I need 3.
We do have to close out because we do have a pretty intense storm coming our way, and we want to make sure we have everything taken care of and back down.
And we don't want to get knocked off like we were earlier.
We don't, and we want to close everything up and make sure that we have everything how we're supposed to be. And so those that are local and watching and in the path of the storm, stay safe, be in your home. And
thank you very much for watching. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay, for letting us know about our things, and we look forward to seeing you out and about.
Right. And if you love good food, you love healthy living, and head over to subscribe to Pirate Rodney, the new YouTube recipe channel. I'll put the link in the description and all that when I put the video out. Before you go,
you stay safe too, Jay.
Before you go, comment below. We're gonna sign out, but you put in what is your number one sailing dream? What is your number one recipe? Maybe we'll make it.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And you know, if you're a boater, what are the technical issues you're facing? Maybe I could help you. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers to you. Cheers.
You hear the credits rolling now?
That we don't have.
Right, because it's a live podcast. Okay. Right. Peace.